What's up, guys? MrGimms back again, and today we're going to be having another Gims rant. And this time it's about gatekeeping again, because apparently I have offended some people in the last video I made. You can check it out. It's gatekeeping. Why does it exist? Link in the description below. And I want to cover this because there's a lot of what seems emotional people. First of all, right off the bat, I want to get a couple of things straight. When I share an opinion, it's my opinion. It wasn't manipulated. I wasn't, held at gunpoint to give my opinion. But at the end of the day, it is just an opinion. It's my opinion on a video game, pop culture, whatever the hell the reason might be. When I give my opinion, I don't mean it as gospel. I don't mean it as this is the way, this is my opinion, everyone else silence. If I respond to comments, it's not me silencing you. It's me engaging in a conversation with you. And for most of you in the comments section, you're all cool. There's no problems whatsoever, even on disagreements. It's just, no worries, fair enough, great, whatever. I don't belittle people, put them down, bully them, any of those things, because I'm not about that. That destroys any sense of logic or reason. I don't silence you by blocking or deleting your comments. The only time I'll ever block or delete a comment is when it is severely offensive towards myself and I don't want to see it, or to someone else. Second of all, it's not always me that blocks and removes comments. Sometimes what you say is that bad, and I still see those comments, by the way. It's just YouTube blocks it to the public. YouTube blocks and deletes them, not me. So you can't also say that I'm, sort of forcing the narrative in my comment section, because sometimes it's not me. Speak to any YouTuber, even just give it a quick Google. YouTube does block comments and ask you to click the tick to approve the comment. It's sort of like a stream. So don't give me that either. But with all those sort of rules to the side, I want to take you to the comment section of my last video, and I want to go through some things. And not all these comments are bad, by the way. I'm just sharing just the narrative, just to sort of give you a look into how ridiculous and how toxic I think that people can be. First is from Kataya Gaming. I haven't watched the video yet, but before watching it, I do have to state that gatekeeping is good in certain circumstances. If you have a hobby, you enjoy it, a new person joins, and suddenly the hobby is shit. What did you learn? The issue is blind gatekeeping. You shouldn't just turn everyone away because of fears of the hobby going to shit. Okay, I kind of get what she's saying. He or she is saying. You need to be keen about who you gatekeep while generally trying to allow everyone in. I'll update comment with my thoughts of the video. I still don't understand why there's gatekeeping. I still don't get it. I don't understand why, but let's keep reading. Update. So after watching the video, it appears your issue isn't gatekeeping, it's toxic gatekeeping. And I think they're one or two of the same. I think we'll keep reading. As I stated above, it actually is an issue. The goal of gatekeeping should always be to allow as many people as possible in and keeping out the refuse. I can totally understand your problems with toxic gatekeeping, as many others do. Overall solid video, bar the sexist comments around the beginning, but left a like anyway. Sexist comments at the beginning? Was it sexist? The fact that it's always like young boys that are toxic and trolling on the internet? I've never come across a girl to do it, personally. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you gotta take a joke, yeah? Christ. 100% agree. Toxic gatekeeping. Fine, I can agree to all that. Still a bit rubbish. You have someone at the door with a sword and shield defending it from the casual fan. I'm not trying to change anything, just here to play and enjoy. Yeah, so they are trying to say that there is a difference between gatekeeping and toxic gatekeeping, where I just think I don't understand why any of it exists. Mr. L, absolutely disagree. No one should have the power to decide who can or cannot be a part of a hobby or a community. This is not your decision to make. You don't own the franchise or the hobby. You don't have the right to choose who participates in it. Hell, I think Sluzzy is one of the most obnoxious and ridiculous DBD fans I've ever seen. Does that mean he can't be a fan of DBD? Does that give me the right to cast him out? No. I should have loved this one earlier. Mr. L's... I really respect this guy's opinions. Nobody said anyone has the power. But you kind of, that's the problem I have, because you are innately creating a role where people do have power. You're creating a role out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like, none of us are responsible for these pop culture franchises or games or whatever. Nobody We don't own anything. You know what I mean? We're fans. Like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think you understand what my comment was meant to mean. The goal isn't keeping people out. The goal is making sure toxicity stays out. Yeah, but why is that our jobs? That's my problem with this. Like, toxicity is going to be a part of everybody's community. It's that community's mods, directors, owners. It's their jobs. It's not the fans' jobs. There are no white knights in this situation. That's where I still have confusion with that. MrGimms is sluzzy. I'm not. Sure, bud. You say you're 40, eh? True. This guy does say earlier in the comment section that he's 40. He's in his 40s, but we'll learn that he's probably not. Here, I wanted to get to this comment. Jake. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of projection, lack of empathy, and unironically, gatekeeping in this video. Apparently, I'm gatekeeping in my own fucking video. Sometimes people just like something the way it is. Yep. And when other people come into the community and demand changes, they don't take too kindly to that. Ignore them? Also, this whole we are a community and must be on the same page thing is just exhausting. Sometimes people like a video game and don't like people who come in and try to change it. But who's coming in to try to change it? This is the point. We're just fans. Who cares? Like, I get opinions on chapters and things like that all the time sent to me. Who cares? It's what they'd like. Are we not allowed to talk about? Are we not allowed to have the discussion? It's really ironic what you're doing here is blatant gatekeeping. I haven't been told why it's gatekeeping, why I'm being a gatekeeper. You have people saying things that you don't like and you want them silenced. I don't want them silenced. That's not what I was saying at all. I was saying, why do we have gatekeepers? Why do we have them? I don't want them silenced. I want them to have an open mind. I don't want them to be silenced. I'm not God. So you say, we're a community. We have to welcome everyone. You don't do that, so you aren't welcome. You're just gatekeeping. That doesn't make any sense. Not everyone is like you. Not everyone thinks like you. Not everyone wants the same things as you do. Yeah, I understand that. That's fine. Being a streamer and being a narcissist generally go hand in hand. So you've just put every single streamer in the world that streams painted with the same brush. That's where I switch off from you. You might have to learn to just accept that not everyone feels the same compulsion to form a community and lord over it and demand whatever behavior you deem appropriate. You're really pushing that to the extreme, and that's what I'm getting from these gatekeepers is this massive extremism in behavior. When all I've been replying this entire time is I don't really care. And I don't know if that makes me look like an idiot or is that rude? Let's just continue for context. I'm silencing people. I just play games and enjoy them, dude. Also, just sharing an opinion. This comment, wow, I was pretty shocked with it. And this is, now we got this dude guy again. You are silencing people on a regular basis. Apparently I'm doing that. Deleting comments, make fun about them. I don't know what that means. 10 of your shoulder clappers from your Twitch YouTube community. I don't know what that means either. Belittling problems, I guess, that you don't think are serious. Declaring people as idiots. If I think you're an idiot, I'll probably say it. Just, again, context, you're going to need to bring up when I called somebody an idiot and why. Making fun about how people speak or which words they literally say. Literally is a joke that's in Dead By. We make fun of people that use literally wrong. It's an inside Dead By joke. It's meant for comedy purposes. It's not actually ruining the person's life. Dude, you really need some self-reflection and watch all of your videos. Lol. You're talking about Dead By. I delete comments if they are severely offensive, but you know that YouTube removes them. Stop being a little brat. And this is like the 4th time I've talked to him in comment sections. And see, it's 1 hour ago. Yeah, I've had to like talk to him a few times. So moving along. Yeah, you can have your opinion, but if you have no knowledge, it has no substance. That's, yeah. New people should always respect what has been before and get information before bubbling nonsense. The people you call gatekeepers are just the ones that call you out when you talk nonsense. Again, are they? Are they the ones that are calling me out because I'm talking nonsense? I'm just questioning whether or not we should have gatekeepers. I'm not saying that they're idiots. I'm not saying that it's... you don't understand what I'm talking about. We're not on the same wavelength right now. And since you talk a lot of nonsense and you have a thin skin, like we all know, I know where this video comes from. Where does this video comes from? I don't know where this video comes from. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Respect what comes before, lol. Dude, I'm picking up a game, playing it, putting it down, and resuming my life. I don't need toxic gatekeeping because I can't be asked. Some people have lives outside of gaming and of. I don't know if that's rude. Like, I don't know if that response is me coming across as like, I don't know. He responds with this fucking essay too. You pick on a game that declares itself Hall of Fame of horror. I don't pick on a game. I critique a game. You're just, it's so extreme. Always in absolutes. You're like a Sith Lord. It's really weird. It advertises with licensed killers and yes, the killers, not the survivors. You really effing think someone cares for Laurie Strode and Quentin Smith instead of Myers and Freddy? I've talked to loads of people that care about the survivors only. So yeah, I do think there's people out there that care about them. Why can't we like them all? What's happening? They lure people into the game, God, that celebrate this part of pop culture since decades, all these caps all the time, and are the reason these franchises were famous in the first place. This is a huge legacy. You come from the gaming side and that's okay. Totally seen the movies, but you've already painted me with that brush. Continue. But you have to understand that the game is not like others. These killers, each of them, have their own fan base. The new Halloween trailer had 1 million clicks after day one. More clicks than all DVD streamers combined. How is that even an analytic that you've created? Like, the Michael Myers trailer had more clicks than any streamer makes in a year. Like, or whatever the hell you said. How is that comparable and why are we comparing that data? Why? Still, all of you streamers, again painting us all in the same brush, someone's hurt you. It's obvious. Do believe this is a normal game and everyone that came into this game is a normal gamer. No, I don't think that. I'm a DBD news reader giver, right? I know where all these numbers come from. I know when the numbers are booming, what DLC came out, when it happened. I know all this. You're treating me like an idiot when I haven't been disrespectful to you off the go. Eventually, I can't be arsed with him, but yeah, it's ridiculous. There's so much assumption in all these conversations that it actually pisses me off. I know at least 100 people, 10 of those from my personal life, that bought a console PC just for this game and never played again after they stopped playing. I know at least 300 horror movie websites, YouTube and Twitch channels that have nothing to do with gaming, but talk about DBD on a regular basis every time a big licensed killer comes in. That makes sense because it's going into Dead by Daylight. I understand this. Why are we talking about this? Now they lose their support. They have a really bad reputation. But ignorant folks like the guys from Behavior, they're dog whisperers. I think you're just being disrespectful now. And all the other streamers like the EE, I don't know who that is, Dowsy, you, and so much more love to ignore this. We're not ignoring it. We understand where these franchises come from. Why are you bringing that up all the time? Why? We know it's also not a perfect game, and we know that people who aren't gamers, as you say, are coming into this game maybe not having a good experience, so they're bitter about it. We get it. We're bitter about it sometimes. What's your point? I'm sorry to break it to you, but the largest part of this community does not consume streamers. I know that. You are not the community. I fucking know that. Just the smaller, louder part of it. I disagree with that. Check out Twitter. And now Stranger Things, Silent Hill, Five Nights at Freddy fans are being ridiculous, offensive, disrespectful, and ignorant towards the people that made this game and the characters in the game famous by supporting them, when those guys weren't even alive. Who gives a shit? Like, what do you mean they're being ridiculous, offensive, and disrespectful? What are they saying that's ruining your life or your day? But okay, Gims, go continue animating children to be toxic ignorance. Not that you already have that reputation. He talks about my reputation a lot. Apparently, I have a really bad reputation with the 100 people that he knows or whatever. And you, like many others, have to remind this. Fuck. I am the representation of others. I'm just trying to fix what he's saying. When you watch the statistics and see the 8% subbed people and the 92% not subbed people, I am the one guy that normally belongs to the 92%, but I love discussing, that's why I subscribe to people like you. And this behavior is just one of the reasons why most people do not subscribe to Dead by Daylight streams. You have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. I was away for 2 years and talked to many, many, many people about this. I talk to people too. That's fine. It's not a dick measuring contest. You guys are all in one bubble and have completely lost reality. What do I discuss? I know there is only coming an ignorant... You get it, guys. I didn't read that incoherent mess part paragraph 1. I have now for the video. One more time as you're going way off topic. I play a game, enjoy it, put it down, cool. And then he goes, exactly what I mean. Thanks for proof of my point. Ignorance is bliss. And I went, you are delusional. I have life outside of games. I don't want to join communities and waste my time in these conversations. If you don't think that's fair enough, I don't know what to say to make your fee-fees better, which is his feelings. I'm a father, 2 jobs, and a lot going on. I don't have time, nor would I want to. So could you maybe back the F up off my case about this? Ta. And the reason why I'm like that towards the end is because I've been copying shit from this guy all day, while at work, funny enough. But anyway, guys, I just want to finish the video by showing you some of these crazy things I've been reading in the last 24 hours. And I don't call it gatekeeping or toxic gatekeeping. And if you do want to, fine, great, whatever you want to put a label on it. But I am more of the mind to agree with a comment that Mr. L made early on, where he said, a true fan of any franchise would be willing to welcome new fans with open arms and share their love of the franchise. Gatekeepers are not real fans. They're bullies. Bullies who are people who think you have to be worthy to be a part of the community. Bullies who dictate what you can or cannot like. I couldn't have worded that any better, in my opinion. Like, to me, that's absolutely perfect. At the end of the day, I'm not toxic. I'm not closing people's opinions down. I'm not someone deleting comments unless you're super offensive about something. I am a discussion channel. I am a DBD news / horror enthusiast. I have watched the movies. I have been playing this game for 6 years. But at the end of the day, if I join a new community or join a new game, we'll leave it at that. If I join a new game like Resident Evil and then I get told to shut the fuck up because I don't know how to say Ada Wong properly, or to shut the fuck up because I have no business talking about Resident Evil characters because I haven't played the games, then I don't give a shit about you. I don't care about your opinion, because at that point, you've been disrespectful to me for no reason other than you feel some sort of compulsion to grab your sword and shield and defend something that I'm not even attacking. I'm just sharing news. My opinion is, and still is, that I want everyone to get along, because ultimately that makes more sense. But if you want to know me, what I personally do, I don't enter into communities because I'm not interested. I see all the toxic comments already. I see all these white knights, gatekeepers, and I'm not interested. I don't want to be shouted at. I only have so many hours in a day, and I only have so many days off in a week, and I can't be asked. Is that a bad opinion? But anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this. I'm not trying to be toxic. I'm not trying to be an arsehole to anyone. This guy absolutely blew my mind. I have blocked him since because it's just been offensive crap over and over again. I can't be asked. Gatekeeping. What do you think? Give us your final thoughts below. I just think that we're fans. And we have neither the power to change things or stop it from changing. It's the studios. But that's just me. Anyway, guys, have a great night. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.